I love it that she puts that thread out there. I mean, that that notice out there. Um, okay, so welcome to 2022. Hopefully, it's going to be an incredibly great celebratory year as we everything cross move toward contest in person. Um, I know that some choruses have chosen to participate via video, and I know others are going to, you know, practice as if we're going forward, and again, hopefully that will be the case. One of the things that has been pretty prevalent over the last 2 years, as you all know, is how much the virtual world has impacted all of Sweet Adelines, and especially our region. And while we were looking at how are people going to, you know, move forward with putting on shows, are we going to have virtual shows? Are we doing virtual videos? Are we going to, you know, do a presentation and then upload it to YouTube? And YouTube consistently came up in conversation. And I'm very proud to say that Chris Connerty and I worked feverishly in the month of December to figure out how to do live YouTube streaming for our Spirit of Spokane show. It's one would think that you just hit record or go, and it's not quite that simple, but it was, I think, invigorating to watch this little project grow and create sort of its own life. And it seemed, as I told most of you, I was not able to sing with the Spokane chorus this Christmas, so I was the one in listening to the rehearsals and recording and doing test streams and things like that. And the excitement that it generated in our chorus was infectious. And you know, doing the live stream from up above in the church where we had our show, and just watching, you know, you have 2 watchers, you have 7 watchers, you have 27 watchers, and it was like, oh my God, it's working. And it was beyond exciting. And then the length of time that they stayed engaged was I at first I was discouraged. I'm like, it's only 20 minutes that they're staying engaged. And the guy that we hired to kind of make sure that we weren't messing it up said, are you kidding? He said the average live stream watcher is 90 seconds.
Oh, wow.
And he said that most of the time people live stream watch from their phone, and they just see some so-and-so Spirit of Spokane chorus is live, and they'll tap on it. And if you haven't caught their attention or held their attention for more than 90 seconds, it's kind of like a dating app, I guess. You just swipe left, you know? So he's like, that 24 minutes is unheard of. By the end of our first live stream, 90 people had logged on to start rewatching. And we were just completely thrilled with that. And I thought, you know, this is a really good time for us to take what we've learned virtually. Chris, go ahead.
I think it has 259 views now.
It does.
Yeah, so they come back, they watch it again, a little here, a little there. So that's really cool.
It's very cool. And I'm going to actually show the Spirit of Spokane YouTube channel here in a minute as an example of how quickly it can be created, and really it looks very nice. So anyway, we just thought this is something that we can all do. We've all learned, kicking and screaming, some of us, more about technology than we ever thought we would probably learn in a very short period of time. Zoom has clearly changed the world and how we function in this world. And YouTube is just an amazing outlet and one of the most popular outlets. So I've created a presentation. Some of the pages are for future use that we're not going to cover in today's meeting. But for those of you that don't know, I've been in law for 39 years almost, and I'm incredibly thorough, and I can't put a presentation together that's just disjointed. I just won't sleep. So, so some of these slides I'm going to go through very quickly. I will also post this presentation on our regional website for anyone that wants to go back. There's links included. So I'm going to share my screen and sort of talk through some of these slides. And then I've chosen, like I said, I do have the Spirit of Spokane YouTube channel, just so you can see how it looks once you create a YouTube channel. And we have 2 choruses of our 27 choruses that I think are excelling at YouTube channels, and that's Alaska Sound, and Pride of Portland absolutely wins. It is beyond impressive, and they win for subscribers as well. So they have crossed the 100 subscribers threshold, and that's something that we're going to talk about, and that's going to be our challenge in the first 6 months of this year, is to have all of us get to that 100 subscribers. And if we all, and I'm putting together a list so no one has to panic, of every single YouTube channel for our region, and if every single one of us goes to every single chorus and subscribes, we can easily get to over 100 subscribers for every single chorus YouTube channel. And that's just going to put us on the map. So I'm going to go ahead and hit share screen. Hopefully, yes. So I kind of just titled this YouTune to YouTube because I liked it. We're going to quickly go over some of the benefits of having a YouTube channel. If you have questions, Carrie, will you let me know if people have questions? Because what I see now for you guys is just little teeny tiny pictures.
Yes. So, yes, I can.
Okay. So the goal of today is to sort of just describe what the benefits are of having a YouTube channel and why would a chorus want to do this. And the sun's shining now, so you might not be able to see me. YouTube has over 4 billion, that's with a B, 4 billion videos viewed every single day. That number is astronomical to me. I just can't even wrap my brain around that. It's also the 2nd largest search engine and the 3rd most visited website in the world, second only to Google and Facebook. 1 billion people go onto YouTube every month. And over 100 hours of video are uploaded every 60 seconds to YouTube. That's just, again, to me, a crazy high number. And according to Nielsen, more people between the age of 18 and 34 use YouTube than they do any cable network. Guessing that's why Comcast doesn't like YouTube. Also, for us marketing people, once you start a YouTube channel and you start actively posting on YouTube, it also increases your presence on Google, which is also a good thing when you're trying to go out there and market. Now, yes, this is marketing on a much larger scale, but why not? Why not market us on a larger scale? Why not aim for that? And why not shoot for that? I mean, how many times are you saying to people, I'm a sweet Adeline, and they say, what's that? You know, and it's frustrating, but if we can start with our region to get our YouTube presence out there, which increases our Google presence, perhaps we'll lessen the amount of people that don't know what Sweet Adelines is. So also associating your domain name, your website with your YouTube channel will also make it easier for people to start recognizing your brand. We're not going to talk about branding at all today. Like I said, I'm just including it here to be thorough. And like I just said earlier, having your videos shared on YouTube will also increase your Google ranking when people do searching. Also having a variety of videos, which Pride of Portland has done, increases your audience and keeps them engaged. So I'll have fun facts throughout here. I apologize, I just love them. But I just think that it's interesting, and I think most of us are aware that most people are visual learners. So when you have a presence on YouTube and you're watching something visual, you're going to learn more from that than if you were to read it or just listen to it without some visual component. I think, as we've been saying, that if we increase our YouTube presence for our region and our courses, we're going to increase our presence worldwide. Another interesting thing that I have read and researched is adding closed captions, which is something near and dear to my heart since I'm predominantly deaf. But it was interesting to learn that, I mean, I put closed captions on all the time so I can, because I don't hear some of the things that are said when there's any kind of a background noise. But it was curious to me that 80% of people that turn closed captions on don't have a hearing loss at all. But it is a way to tap into another audience. And it's a way for us to advertise that. Is in some videos, you won't be able to turn closed captioning on because it would kind of be a mess trying to, when you have, it wouldn't work, but some it would work. And I think that's just a way to reach another audience. So we're just going to quickly go through the advantages of YouTube and why it is that we would want a YouTube channel. It's free. And free is good. Other than a YouTube Premium account, which again, we're not going to get into a YouTube Premium account today. Having a free account, having a free anything in today's world is rare. So while it's still free, we should take advantage of that. And then free means you can experiment. Ashby, you're muted.
I've always thought that, free, there ain't anything that's free. Do you have, when it's free, when you're looking at shows on TV, it's free to you, but you have to listen through some ads. So are there ads?
Right. Yeah, there are ads. But if you're, like, for example, if you're watching the Spirit of Spokane Chorus show, an ad is not popping up, at least not that I have seen. Maybe I'm not the person to attest to that since I have the YouTube Premium account. But I don't know if Chris has the premium or not. But so I can't add, no ads are popping up. Good. So that's the best answer I have at this point to your question, Ashby.
Thank you.
It's, I say easy to use. Like I said, Chris and I, we worked on this, but Chris absolutely took the laboring oar. But it's about 5 steps to create a YouTube channel. And I will have them here. We're not going to create YouTube channels today, but like I said, I'll post this on our website. I can also send this out through email, so you all have the instructions on how to create your own YouTube channel if you don't have one, and then go from there. And this is another area that we're not going to cover in depth, but YouTube has the ability where you can reach your audience and you can reach out to your audience. And it's just going to take someone that from your chorus, probably your marketing person or your communications person, who would be the person that oversees your YouTube account. once they're really familiar with that, you can reach out to your audience and interact with them, which makes them excited as a subscriber to actually have a say. You can do polls. You can say, okay, here we are doing all this barbershop a cappella. Is there something else you would like to see? Hopefully they don't say no more barbershop. But it's just a way to reach out. Would you like to have us do more traditional songs? Are you looking for us to sing more current songs? Do you want us to try and do pentatonics? That type of thing, just to reach out to your audience. And the backlinks, we're not remotely going to cover that today. It is something that is much more in depth, but it is just another advantage that YouTube offers, where you can sort of backlink your website to your Facebook page, to your YouTube channel, etc. So now, hopefully, you guys have learned what the advantages are of having a YouTube channel. So now what do I do? So without a YouTube channel, you can certainly go on through your Google accounts. You can watch videos, you can rate videos, you can save videos, but you cannot upload your own chorus videos unless you have a YouTube channel. And so that's why it's important to create a YouTube channel. 12 of our 27 choruses have YouTube channels already. So that's almost half. And I think that that is fantastic. Pride of Portland has 117 subscribers, which is that's just excellent. And of course they do, because it's Pride of Portland. But my goal is for all of us to get to 117 subscribers by the end of the quarter of this year. So again, I'm not going to leave this page up on the screen indefinitely, but it's really 5 easy steps on how to create your YouTube channel. It is not difficult as long as you have a Gmail address for your chorus. That's key. And if you don't, then you're going to want to start there. And I do have a note here, which is a little premature, but if you're going to upload a video, you might want to make sure that it's final and not something that you need to edit. So here is the Spirit of Spokane Chorus YouTube channel that Chris posted live less than a month ago, right, Chris? And you can see that we have 6 videos posted. We have 30 subscribers, and it includes our live stream. So that's the other advantage to live streaming, which again, we're not going to get into a huge amount of live streaming today, but YouTube archives your live stream. So it's not like a one and done. And as you can see, we now have 259 views of our live stream. And I think that's fantastic. 259 more than we would have had we not done a live stream whatsoever. So 259 more people know about our chorus. Hopefully it's not all of us watching it over and over again, but we'll see. So again, I'm not going to leave this up here, but this is just the process of uploading a video. It's not just 4 steps. I only have the first 4 here. It's basically, I think, an 11-step full process, but it's very user-friendly and very intuitive. My only thing that I would say is make sure that you want your video posted public or private. Some choruses, for example, post their rehearsals. They record their rehearsals and then they post them on YouTube as private. So only the chorus members with the link can go back and watch rehearsals, and then they post any live performance as public. I was surprised to see Alaska Sound Celebration posts all of their rehearsals for the public eye to see, but I guess I'm probably I would be afraid that we'd sing a wrong note and someone would judge us. So that would, Ashby, you're muted, honey.
What about Ascap fees when you have things either live or private and other people see?
You're not, that'll get into monetization. That will way come later, but we're not making a profit.
Oh, okay.
So we're just singing. Sally, are you wanting to comment on that?
Well, similar question, and that is copyright. So
Right.
If it's a fair use, if we go under the Fair Use Act, and this is probably getting into more legality than we need to, but this is for the purpose of education. We are not making money. We are not trying to sell anything through our website. So I actually have a disclaimer on here because otherwise I would just lose my legal hat. It talks about the Fair Use Act. And if you're doing something for educational purposes, and that's our story and we're sticking to it, then you don't have to, and YouTube does that for you. They will tell you if there is a copyright issue that you cannot monetize that, or you have to reach out to the copyright holder and basically make an agreement if you're planning to monetize.
So if you were wanting to have a show on live streamed and charge for that, not like a normal in-person show, but still be able to see it live streamed, what would you have to do that?
You would have to make, just like we would if you were singing live in a church and people were sitting in the audience. We're all supposed to pay our ASCAP, BMI, and
Ascap.
all of our fees for every live performance that we have. So hold on, I can't believe I'm needing to block the sun. We finally have sun.
I had put an article in the last e-blast about ASCAP and BMI fees. So if you go back and look at that, there's information in there. And also some links where you can go and find out more information about those kinds of things.
Thanks, Sharon.
Also, until you get to a certain tier on YouTube, you can't monetize. Hence why you want to have as many subscribers as possible. And then there's a whole nother area of YouTube that you can kind of join and go through the steps of being able to monetize. But that's not today's class. That will definitely come later.
Sheree, wasn't there something about getting 100 subscribers that you got?
Yep, that's coming.
Okay, sorry.
No problem. So these are the 11 steps on how to upload. Again, choosing your visibility is what's going to be important. Judy.
You skipped over the thing about the kid video. I'm doing the Evergreen District channel. And for chapters that posted a video on YouTube as for children only, then we cannot link to it for playlists. So it'd be hard to share across the region even with that if we have that kid thing and you skipped over that button.
I know, because I wasn't even going to really talk about uploading videos yet today or live streaming, but Judy is right. And while it bothers me to check, no, this video is not for kids, because come on, you can't get much more G-rated than Sweet Adeline. You really actually do want to check that. No, it's not, you're not going to go on a watch list. You know, the government's not going to say, oh my God, we got to watch these Sweet Adelines, no, you know, but that's going to come when we start really talking about uploading videos but that's a very good point. And when I was researching that, I'm like, this just goes against everything. that what do you mean? Of course it's for kids. So especially when you're doing a Christmas show around a toy emporium. So anyway, that's where, oh, I have to go. I went the wrong direction.
And say you're going backwards again.
I know. That doesn't surprise me. The other thing is choosing your visibility. And I briefly spoke about that a few minutes ago, but private, that's like if you're just posting something that you only want to see, because God knows no one else is going to want to see that. That's just for your eyes only, if you will. Unlisted would be something that you would use for your course. Say, here's the link for last week's rehearsal. You can click on this link, but it's not for the entire world to see. And then public, obviously, is for the entire world to see. So your CMT, your management team for your courses may want to make a decision on what will be public, private, or unlisted. But at least you know that you have that option. So not the whole world has the option to see, your first choreography rehearsal, which is, I don't know about you, but usually a train wreck. So so once you have your YouTube channel, there's some things that you want to keep in mind. If you hit public, everything is out there for the whole world to see. So again, I just can't stress enough. If you don't want the world to see it, make sure it's private. There's also a fair amount of rules that go with YouTube, as there are in anything else in life. And Sweet Adeline's has some guidelines that they want people to follow. So whoever the person is that's going to take this project on, I highly recommend that you actually read the terms of service. Go on to the international website and look at what their recommended guidelines are, so you don't get into any kind of trouble that's a strong word, or you definitely don't want to do something where YouTube shuts your account down, because it's a challenge to get it back up and running. So what I would like to do is propose a challenge for all of our choruses. For the choruses that do not have a YouTube channel, I would like to see by our March meeting, everybody create a YouTube channel, and then try and upload or post one video only, just one. And you can make it a private video, or you can make it one where only we have the link, where it's not out there for the whole world to see. But I would like to start there, because in March, we're going to kind of kick off a little contest to kind of see which chorus can get the most subscribers in the next quarter. Clearly, Pride of Portland is already way ahead of the game. So Pride of Portland may have a little bit different guideline. But that's going to be our challenge. I think that it will be something that we can all accomplish. I think it will create a buzz. That's my hope anyway, that we'll get excited about marketing this. And I can tell you, I personally, not as Coeur d'Alene Chorus or Spirit Spokane Chorus, but I personally went to every YouTube channel for our choruses. And in the space of a week, my appreciation for the hard work, the creativity, and just feeling like my people was just overwhelming. And it filled me. It filled my soul. And it just is like, oh God, if I can do this, can you imagine how much we learn more about each chorus, what it's going to be like in May, when we've learned so much more about each other and we're finally together for contests? It's just, I think it's going to be spectacular. So then the next quarter, the goal will be for us to aim toward 100 subscribers. And I think, Sharon, what's our current membership number for the whole region? You're muted. See, closed captioning would be helpful.
It's about 850.
So really, we could get to almost 1,000 subscribers.
Well, and
So,
that doesn't count. I haven't gone in since Christmas because a lot of the choruses may have gotten new members from their Christmas choruses. And so it could be higher than that by now.
right. And then we tell 2 friends and they tell 2 friends, and then it grows crazy. So at 100 subscribers, I'm only quickly going to touch on this, and then I will show you what it's like to have 100 subscribers and how you can have a better URL. Because right now, the address for most of our chorus's YouTube channel is, like a 45-page address or 45-character address, and it's just a lot. Once you get 100 subscribers, you can modify the name. So that's going to be our next goal, and that's again where the advantages of having 100 subscribers. We're going to discuss that more in March, and I think I've just covered the benefits. 1,000 subscribers is going to be in June, and that's where we're at. Later this year, we'll also cover what equipment is needed to do live streaming and how to live stream, but that's going to be probably closer to the 3rd quarter of this year. But my goal is to make this a 1-year-long marketing campaign. And I will have these links in the email that I send out. If you guys want me to send this out by email, probably it'll just be by a Google Doc link. And that's where I'm at for today. I'm going to stop sharing this screen, and then I'm going to pull over Alaska Sound and Pride of Portland. So I have, oh, Beth Ann says she lost the video feed. Don't know why. The cat probably stepped on the escape button on her keyboard. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing that screen. Does anybody have any questions while I move these other screens over to share? Does anyone have any questions? Or have I gone too fast, or are you completely overloaded?
I have a question.
I just have a question. So the courses that already have a YouTube channel, do we still need to send you our links?
I think I have them. I went through and copied every single one and kind of created a little matrix. And
Okay.
that's what I'm going to use once we all have our YouTube channels. I will send that matrix out so that way everybody can have everybody's YouTube channel in one document.
Okay, I just wanted to know if we needed to send ours, and I guess we don't.
As long as I have the correct one, and I will communicate with Helena Express to make sure. I mean, I'm sure it's correct because I've accessed all of them. So
Well, I could just have Sandy send it to you.
sure, that'd
Okay.
be great. So
Sherry, I have a question just while this came up, because I created a YouTube channel for our chorus, I think back in August, but haven't done anything with it. And I don't even know, I feel like at the time I might have said essentially keep it not visible. So I'm curious, do you know if was Song of Seattle on your list of who has a
it
channel?
is not, and I looked specifically, and I don't find a YouTube channel for Song of Seattle.
Okay, because we have one, but I think whatever I did when I set it up, I said basically don't let anybody know about it yet until we do something with it. But okay, so that's good to know that nobody's seeing it with nothing in it. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. And I will tell you, most of our choruses, it's clearly something that was either recently done or it is something that they started it and they maybe weren't sure, should we do much? Most of the choruses hover around less than 10 subscribers. Of course, like I said, except for Pride of Portland, they have 117. Alaska Sound has 46. So those are the people that are posting more often, and they have more videos to watch. So I'm going to share my screen and show you the Alaska Sound celebration. No, that's not right. You can't see it, can you?
Yeah.
You can?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so this is Alaska Sound's YouTube channel. And they have 46 subscribers, and somebody who is posting for them is incredibly organized because they have what looks like only 3 videos on their homepage. But if you go to their playlists, which is something we'll talk about more as we talk about uploading and stuff, they have incredibly organized their videos, where you've got their 2020 rehearsals, you've got their 2018 rehearsals, probably not many for 2019, but they've completely broken them down. Again, I'm surprised that these are all public for the world to see, but good on them, you know. But it's you could spend hours just on Alaska Sound Celebration alone, watching all of their videos. As it gets closer to contests, maybe we should all watch them. But so it's just very, I think it tells you everything you want to know. And look at how many views some of these have. It's just incredible. So that's just an example of one YouTube channel. I think that they could get well over 46 subscribers just from us all subscribing to their channel. And that's just going to help all of us. Pride of Portland's YouTube channel is set up similarly under their playlists. They have organized them a little bit differently, and they also don't have their rehearsals posted for all the world to see. I don't know, Ashby, does Pride of Portland record their rehearsals every week?
Yes.
So you have your rehearsal set for either private or where only the members have the link.
That's how it's, as far as the rehearsals are concerned, I'm guessing it's probably private. I'll be checking with Sue about that. But basically, yeah, it's within a day or two after rehearsal, we can review and get any updated changes that we would have done from that rehearsal. And then it's only good till the next rehearsal. Then anything we saw a week ago, months
change.
ago, is history, because
Yeah.
everything goes according to what's the latest.
Which that in and of itself is such an amazing teaching tool for your choruses, especially in these days where we still have people that are doing hybrid rehearsals. Spirit of Spokane and Coeur d'Alene Chorus, we're both still doing hybrid rehearsals where we've got Zoom going and people that are comfortable being there live. And, you know, as we're getting closer and closer to contests and things move at a more frenetic pace, having your rehearsals on YouTube, especially working on planned moves, I think is invaluable. Whether or not you ever have a YouTube channel with all of your videos posted, just for chorus knowledge and learning, I would think would be a director's dream, because they, you know, as the assistant director of Spirit of Spokane, you know, every single week going over the stuff that was covered the week before can be challenging, as Chris Connerty can probably attest to as our assistant director.
And can I throw in this, is that I see value in having people other than the chorus members see it, other than the ones that I can't go because they're sick or one thing or another. But if you have past members or people that have moved on or whatever, I think it's kind of nice, just kind of like an alumni group, that they get to see what's happening.
100%.
And then they're gonna go, wow, I missed that. You know, just one more month and my job is done and I'm retiring. Cool. I know where I'm going.
100%. And reaching out to former members, even if they've moved to a different region, Nancy Kurth, you know, keeping them engaged and keeping them part of us. That's how we get to 1,000 subscribers. You know, just reaching out. And yes, I completely agree. I know our live stream for Spirit of Spokane, I know this Monday, we have 3 members that went associate that are coming back on this Tuesday. So, I mean, it's working, and it's just a way to keep us all connected. So one of the videos that I absolutely love from Pride of Portland is their introduction to the Pride of Portland. And I'm going to play that. And hopefully, let me optimize my sound here. I can't share screen. Let me know if the sound is okay.
Oh, hi there. I didn't see you come in. My name is Drew, and I'm the director of the Pride of Portland Chorus. Let us tell you a little bit about us.
I have been singing with Sweet Adelines for 35 years, and I can tell you that I've enjoyed every moment of it. My most favorite memories are when we actually gather together, and the energy and the fun of learning music, standing next to your sisters is fabulous.
The first time I saw Pride of Portland perform, I thought, I have to do that. Their energy, the sound, the visual plan, the fun they were having. So I went to some rehearsals, learned a few songs, auditioned, and now 8 years later, I'm still having a blast singing with them. This chorus and these women have filled a place in my soul I didn't know was empty. Perfecting our music and sharing our songs with others fills me with joy and a huge sense of accomplishment. I highly recommend you give it a try.
I think that's incredible from a marketing standpoint, from a just wanting to sing. It is 1 minute and 48 seconds. And I don't know if that doesn't make you want to at least inquire more. I don't know what does. It is uplifting. It is simple. It doesn't make it look too complex. It expresses the joy. It expresses the sisterhood. I absolutely love singing for dummies. I just think it's marketing masterpiece in my opinion, and it's something that we could, all of our courses could do that. And I would think that your local nonprofit community-based cable networks could easily play this as a PSA. So it's something that I think we should all think about. It's just brilliance in my opinion. And Ashby, please convey to the rest of Pride of Portland the appreciation that we have for that, because it's really fantastic. And I'll be reaching out to Nancy to tell her, great job, because it's fantastic. So that's kind of,
Helen Express Singers has 44 subscribers.
good job. I think I did note that. I think you guys are up there in the top 5. But of course you are, because you're Helena Express. You open for freaking Foreigner. Who does that? So that's kind of it. That's where I wanted to start for today. I'm hopeful that it wasn't too dry of a presentation and that you guys are excited about this and want to get on board. I will get this posted to the regional website, or at least I'll get it to Sandy Smith to post. Ashby, do you have a question?
I have about 4 or 5 people on my marketing team. And
You.
Sue was one of them, Sue Middleton.
Uh-huh.
And I would have loved to have her in my pocket today. Is it possible that more people from my marketing team could be be able to be present next time we have our class?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
These are marketing coordinator meetings, and if you have a marketing team,
Yeah.
good on you for one. You know, and they're open to anybody. You know, Deborah's a good example. Deborah's on the course management team, but not necessarily in marketing, but she's here. Kim is the marketing coordinator for Harmony Northwest. So yes, everyone's welcome. I mean, Sue probably could have done a much better job at this introduction to YouTube than me, but you got me.
Well, hey, you did a wonderful job, and I've got, I think, 4 pages of stuff already written.
Yeah, I think you were great. Are you an attorney?
No, I'm a paralegal.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciated your legal expertise on this because that answered a bunch of questions for me.
You're welcome.
In what regard?
About we're not selling anything and it's okay to do and that kind of stuff. Because I know I'll go back to my course and they get all weirded out about everything. They're like, oh, we can't do that because this and that. And I'm like, we can do it.
When you post your first video, as Chris and I learned when we were uploading our rehearsal for private, for not the whole world to see, and it does a conflict check, and you sit there, and I don't know, I mean, maybe I'm the only person that stews over legal stuff. And I'm like, oh, please no, and then it came up, copyright issue. No, but it was basically, it just tells you, as long as you're not trying to make money for this, you're good. So
that was very good to know. Also, with Pride of Portland, excuse me, I was, what do I want to say, intrigued, I guess, that we didn't hear them singing. We just saw them rehearsing silently. We don't know what song they were singing.
Right. But it makes you want to go and watch their videos so you can hear what they sound like. Very, very smart. Chris, you've had your hand up.
Yeah, I wanted to say just a couple things. One is about with the YouTube. It's so expansive what YouTube can do, but I think what Cherie's really trying to impress upon us, which is what I was trying to embrace when I got going on this, is that there's like a stage 1 benefit for you that you can start with. Don't even think about that other stuff, but just think about setting up your channel, and it can really benefit your chorus. There's so many things you can do. Like my team coordinator recently, we had a Zoom meeting because of snow for the rehearsal. And so then she wanted to send it out. If you send people links to your Google Drive, some of you may have encountered those problems you have. If one of your members doesn't have a Google email address, they can't access the dang link that's in a Google Drive. It's very complex. If you just send them a YouTube link, everything's so easy. They can go in and watch it on YouTube, no matter who they are or what they are or where they are or what their email address is. It's very easy that way. So there's just a lot of things that can get you going that aren't all of those complicated issues. And so anyway, it has a lot of benefit. And I can't remember what the other thing is I was going to say, but this has been really helpful.
The important thing is to just start.
Just get going. Set it up and get going. You'll discover things. Oh yeah, I wanted to say, when we uploaded, like when we were going to do a live stream thing, we uploaded that rehearsal video, and that really brought about an unexpected benefit because we didn't really understand how they deal with the copyright issue. And so that was very helpful to upload a rehearsal that's full of the songs that are going to be on your live stream. Because then YouTube didn't used to do this. They now have this whole thing in place that reviews everything that's in that video, and boom, out comes a report. And that's what Cherie was saying, is that it will say there's a copyright conflict issue on 3 of the 10 songs that you have here. So you cannot make money on those, but you can play them and the whole world can enjoy your show. And that's why YouTube is great. They just let you play things, even though there is a copyright conflict. You're just not gonna be able to make money on those productions. But if you did one that was an arrangement of, say, a patriotic song that's public domain, you can make money on that once you reach, I mean, I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers before they let you make money in general. So that's down the road a ways for any of us, really. But so anyway, I just wanted to stress how it's just get going. I think that's the point of this meeting, right, Cherie?
That's right. The other big advantage, I think, hold on, Ashby.
Yeah.
The other big advantage, when we uploaded the rehearsal video and we sent it to the chorus, they were going, oh, we need to work on some of this stuff. You know, it was a shot in the arm, because when you're live and you're in the moment, it's like the old days. If you ever went to a Beach Boys concert and you thought, wow, they were fabulous, their harmonies were amazing. And then you listen to it back because you made an illegal recording with your little microphone set. And you listen to it back and go, I know I was there, but who was that? You know, it's, you get caught up in the live moment. You don't always hear everything. You might be not 100% sober. You know, whatever the issue is when you're, you know, hopefully not on the risers, but, you know, but listening to it back, you know, our opening song has been a very challenging song for us to learn, A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman, right? And we have a very challenging arrangement, and I think the people that went and listened to that, they upped their game, if you will, and the performance version was much, much better than the rehearsal version. And that's another huge advantage, and that should make every director's heart happy. So Ashby.
Years and years ago, I haven't been involved in stuff like marketing and all that for a long time, but way back when, I remember that you could go to International's SAI's site and see some of their marketing materials. That was like a, you know, you just fill in your information that you want and it just boom, it's ready to go. That's a long time ago. Now we're social media and all this other stuff, YouTube and everything is come into play. Do they have suggestions and boilerplates for people to use to get started?
Well, the last time that I went on and checked the international marketing tools, there's still a whole bunch. I did not see a whole bunch for social media. I mean, they really literally saw the templates for the 3-fold brochure, which sort of surprises me. I don't know who does that anymore. But maybe everyone does, except the 2 choruses I'm part of. I don't know the answer to that. But I also know that International is currently working on a pretty big marketing campaign that will be released soon.
Rebranding?
Yes. So I anticipate that all of that will be available as soon as they do their huge kickoff. And that, I'm not really going to cover any more of that. That's an international announcement. And Sally, who is our wonderful team leader for our region, she may want to chime in on that. Not to put you on the spot, but you might also want to unmute.
No, I really don't want to weigh in on that at the moment, but we'll use it in the future.
I think International has been amazing, though, at keeping us informed and providing tools for us. And I have no doubt that when it's time for their next big marketing campaign, that they'll provide every tool that we need to move forward in a cohesive manner. and I think that's the benefits of using the international marketing tools, is it keeps cohesiveness. You know, Real Women, Real Strong, Real Harmony was, you know, great as a great campaign because you saw it through all of the choruses, Facebook pages and websites and things like that. So I have no doubt that they will provide those tools for us if we don't provide them to them, you know, because we're going to be ahead of the game, Region 13. So any more questions? Are you guys ready to accept the challenge and get your YouTube channels going? Excellent.
Well, I know I'm going to be we have a board meeting tomorrow night and I'm going to be bringing all of this up to the board.
Oh, good. I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Excellent. Well, I've taken up more than an hour of your day and I was hoping to keep it within an hour, but I hope that you all forgive me. And if you have any more questions, I'm happy to answer them. I'm going to have to stop our recording because you probably had enough of me.